Good morning and welcome back, my friends, and to anybody new. Hello, my name is Meg. I am lactose intolerant, I am gluten intolerant, and I eat on a phase 3 low FODMAP diet. This means I know what FODMAPs bother me so that I can limit or avoid the ones that do and enjoy the ones that don't bother me. It is nearly Memorial Day for me. When you're seeing this, I believe it will be Memorial Day. And so I wanted to have a special breakfast, not something I would have normally. And I found a recipe for cranberry cornbread. And I thought, well, I have some blueberries left over from my grocery shopping last week that I need to get used up before they go bad. I also bought some strawberries this week. But I harvested a handful of strawberries out of my garden this morning, and so I'm thinking that I'll make like blue and red cornbread using strawberries and blueberries instead of the cranberries that the original recipe called for. It is still rather early because I know that breakfast is going to take a little while to bake, but let's jump in and get this little special breakfast made today. Today I'm making this red and blue cornbread cake with strawberries and blueberries. I did make a couple of swaps in the recipe, so I started there by making 2 flax eggs, which is 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds to 6 tablespoons of water, then my quote-unquote buttermilk, which is 1 cup of unsweetened almond milk to 1 tablespoon white vinegar. Then I'm going to set both of those aside while they set for about 5 minutes. And while it's doing that, I'm going to measure out the dry ingredients, my gluten-free flour, cornmeal, corn flour, and also the sugar, which I cut back to 2/3 of a cup. It seemed like a lot in the recipe. And then I mixed all of that together to combine. Then time to mix together all of the wet ingredients, including the buttermilk, the flax egg, some shortening, which I were replacing with the butter that is normally in the recipe, and my shortening instantly started solidifying when I was mixing it. Then I chopped up my berries, measured out some blueberries, added a tablespoon of rice flour, and then I tossed them to coat. This should help prevent the moisture from the berries from seeping into the cake and possibly ruining the texture. Then I made a little well in my dry ingredients, dumped in the wet ingredients, and mixed everything to combine. When it was just about all mixed up, I added in the berries that had been coated in the rice flour, and I folded those in. Poured the batter into a greased and lined bread pan, and then I took a few extra blueberries that I had and pressed them down into the surface. The recipe asks for putting a couple tablespoons of sugar on the top. I cut back to a teaspoon, and then I put it in the oven to cook. When it came out of the oven, it had risen beautifully. When it had cooled off, I added some powdered sugar to the top and sliced up a serving. There is the final product. It is very pretty. I topped it with just a small amount of butter, and I have a little bit of orange on the side. I'm very excited to try this. It's pretty, it smells delightful, it looks beautiful. Let's go ahead and dive in. Like I said, this is not something I would eat like every week. This is kind of like a special occasion thing to have every now and again because it is higher in fat and sugar. There is the bite. I don't have any fruit in this one. I'm kind of interested in just tasting the cornbread cake by itself. That's not a bad cornbread base, like a gluten-free cornbread base, to be honest. You could add jalapenos to that base and have like a sweet and spicy. I might have to do that soon because I do love me a good sweet and spicy combo. All right, now I'm going to try it with a little bit of the fruit in it to see how that changes. I got strawberry on one side and blueberry on the other. That is delicious. I did cut back on the sugar from the original recipe so it's not overly sweet, which is my preference. But you could just follow it as written. The recipe that kind of inspired this will be linked down in the description, guys. If you are interested in it, Yum, yummy. I am going to go enjoy my breakfast. I will see you guys back for lunchtime. It is now lunchtime, my friends, and today has been super duper busy and is going to continue to be very busy. So I need something that is going to be super fast. Lucky for me, I had already found a recipe that included a lot of ingredients that I already have. I already have some pre-cooked chicken from a couple days ago. The saddest avocado in the world. I hope there's something salvageable in there. I happen to have a mango that I got at the grocery store this week, and a red onion, and a whole bunch of lettuce. So let's dive in and make this chicken mango salad that I'm gonna have for lunch today. Indeed, like I said, chicken mango salad is for lunch for today. I started off by chopping up about 50 grams of mango. I was able to get about 15 grams of salvageable avocado out of that sad little avocado, and a little bit of red onion. If you can't have red onion, just chop a little bit of green onion up instead. Then I cubed up my cooked chicken thigh and mixed together the simple dressing that the recipe called for with some balsamic vinegar, oil, and salt and pepper. Added that to the top of my salad greens and gave them a good toss to coat. Then I added the mango chicken, onions, and avocado to the top of the lettuce. And it was just that easy. There is the final mango chicken salad. The vinaigrette in this recipe was super, super simple. I'm just curious to dive in. Believe it or not, I love mango, and I've never put mango on a salad before, and I don't know why I've never thought to do that. So I'm very excited. Okay, there is the bite. I got a little bit of everything in it, so let's give it a try. Wow, that's a great combination of flavors. I prefer this actually over like strawberries or blueberries in a salad. Holy smokes, that's really, really good. Wow, I can't recommend this recipe actually enough. It'll be linked down in the description, guys, if you're interested. But because I already had the chicken cooked, this recipe came together like in minutes, in just a few minutes. And wow, is it super good. I wish I had more avocado now so that I could make this over and over and over again. I might try it without the avocado just because the combo here, like between the chicken and the mango, is already so good. It might be fine without the avocado. But I'm gonna go enjoy my lunch. I'll see you guys back at dinner time. For dinner today is a barbacoa style pulled pork over some rice topped with a beautiful pineapple salsa. Right after I finished eating lunch, I put this pork roast into my Instant Pot. I did have to make some swaps though. Instead of the IPA, I used chicken stock. Instead of cilantro, I had parsley, so I used that instead. And instead of the chili paste, I used a tablespoon of taco seasoning instead. Then I put the lid onto my Instant Pot, but I used the slow cooker mode 4 hours at normal. When it was all done cooking, I pulled it out and shredded the pork roast up the best that I could, before returning it to the Instant Pot with all the delicious juices, making sure that everything was coated nicely. If you're interested in this recipe, by the way, all of them will be linked down in the description box. Now for the pineapple slaw. I did have this pineapple that was a little sad in my fridge. That's been there for a little bit too long, so I diced it up into some small pieces. Chopped up a little bit of jalapeno, maybe a tablespoon's worth, and a couple of stalks of green onion and a little bit more parsley. I wish I would have had cilantro though. Added all of that to the pineapple, some salt, a little bit of lime juice, and then I mixed everything up to make this gorgeous looking pineapple salsa. Then on top of some white rice, I added a good helping of the pork and some of that pineapple salsa. And I did have some pickled purple onions in my fridge that I also added to the top. This smells So good. Oh my gosh. I am elated. I am so excited to try this. Oh my gosh. Let's just dive into this barbacoa pork pineapple salsa deliciousness bowl. There is the bite. Got some pineapple, some rice, some pork. Got a pickled purple onion. Pork and pineapple. Oh my gosh. They're always such like a delicious, delicious combination. This is really, really good. I am completely content with this for dinner tonight. Holy smokes. So I'm gonna go enjoy this delightful bowl of deliciousness. And that means that will be it for me for today. I hope you all found some inspiration in the meals that I made today. Be sure to always look at the recipes of everything that you eat to make sure it'll work for you, because what works for me may not work for you. If you enjoyed today's video, consider giving it a like. If you want to see more like this, consider subscribing. And I will see you all next time. Bye, guys.